Hello everyone, welcome in Light Code channel and welcome in a new tutorial. In this tutorial we talk about template. In this episode we will find out some information, get some information about template engines, what are the popular template engines and how to display some information by using data by using a blade template structure. Okay, let me starting this episode. First of all, we need familiar with this information. What are the template engines? Template engines are used when you want to rapidly build web applications that are split into different components. Template also enable fast rendering of the server-side data that needs to be passed to the application. For example, you may want to have components such as body, navigation, footer, header, dashboard, and etc. Also, let me familiar you with this popular template engine. Here I collect some information about popular template engine like JS, JAD, PUG, Mustache, and Ninja or Jinja. And the blade, we will use this blade in framework Laravel, which part of the PHP language. Here I say this information. Template gives are mostly used for server-side applications that are run only one server and are not built in as application page interface. The popular ones include, I say, JS, JAD, PUG, Mustache, Ninja or Jinja, and Blade for developers. But why we must use Blade template? This is a benefit of a Blade template you can see here. The Blade is a powerful template engine in Laravel framework. The Blade allows us or allows you to the templating engine easily. Also, it makes the syntax writing very simple. The Blade template engine provides its own structure such as conditional statement and loops. To create a Blade template, you just need to create a view file and save it in this by this extension .blade.php instead of the .php extension. Also, the Blade templates are stored in this address resources view directory. The main advantage of using the Blade template is that we can create the master template, which can be extended by other files. Okay, after that we need to start in the work. This structure, by this structure, we can display some information from any controller or any route in our view template or view HTML file by this structure. This in the controller or in the route, and this part must be right in the view template or a view page. So I should go to the VS Code and create a new controller and a new page. For this I need a new terminal, and in this terminal I create new controller, for example PHP artisan make and colon controller, and here I say, for example, product controller. Let me cross check make controller and hit enter. It created for us by executing this command. We can create a new controller, this command. here in app folder, HTTP folder, and controllers, our controllers created here. After that, we need to create a new page. I think here, I go here and yes, and hit this icon and create a new view page. For example, product also, product, and add this extension blade. This must be here, and .php. You can see this converted to the icon Laravel, and hit enter, create for us a blank PHP, blank view page. For saving time, for get this page some beauty, I go to the Bootstrap and browse this ready HTML page, copy this, and come back to the view, blade template, product template, and paste it here. This is ready for work. For testing our project, we need to upload our project on the local server, XAMPP. I stop and started again. And here in the terminal, I say I executing this command php artisan serve and hit enter. Our project loaded on the local server, and we can access it by this address. I go to the browser, and here I say local host product is available, so I hit enter. Now it found product. So I need to create, I forget to create route. So I go back to the VS Code. In the web, I create a new route. I say route and colon and get, excuse me, get, no, get, and this here, and my URL, for example, also product, for simplicity, product, product, and here we should call the product controller. So I say bracket and product. The VS Code suggested it for us, product controller. I named it class, and after that we need to call our function. I think created. No, now we need to create function, public function, and for example, I named it index and parentheses and curly braces, and here I say return by this helper view. We can call this view. Let me show you that. This view product in string product without any extension like blade PHP, and ended by semicolon. So we need to show this function in our web. Here I say index and ended by semicolon. Now we created a new controller and created function. By this function we invoke product, this blade product we created and by help of the bootstrap. So we need to refresh our project again. Yes, our project were fine. This hello world, we'll write it here in this blade by bootstrap. For example, I say light code, for example, light code, GHT code, and refresh our project. You can see here. Yes, it changed light code, GHT. Okay, but in this part, we can create a project and create controller and create functions and call a view by this function. Okay, let me go back to the PowerPoint. In the PowerPoint, we need to display some information from the controller to the a view page. So go back to the VS Code, come back to the VS Code, and in the product controller, I create this function. For example, I say this example var, $var, var, for example, and say hi everyone, and end by this semicolon. For displaying this information, this phrase in this product HTML page, we need to use the helper compact or with. So for first step, I use this helper compact this itself, and convert this variable to the string var without $, and go to the product here instead of this, remove this, and I need to show this freeze by using this structure, double calibrated, and add this var again here, $var, I think. Let me check. Yes, this var, and this var, and this also var. Refresh our project again. You can see here we can display some information by using the structure of a blade template. Let me show you this again. Go to the VS Code. This structure, engineering this practice, and by this var, and converted this var to the string. Okay, the next step, we use the if condition for create condition for show or displaying information. Let me starting using if condition structure, for example. For using the condition structures, we must use this structure, at sign if, and this structure. This our conditions, and this our data or our response for these conditions. Let me use this structure in the VS Code. I go back to the product, and here I remove this and say if I use this second if, I give you to make focus on this structure. All directives in the blade template must be started with this at sign or odd rate, any meaning I don't know. I name it at sign. So here we add our condition, and here we add our response. If the conditions is true, this if structure will show this response for the user, and if the condition not true, else false, this will be shown to the user. Let me show you that. For example, if our here I say if var equal active, active. Okay, here I go back to the blade template. If our variable var, if $$ var equal active, then display this tag h2, h3 for example, and you are active, for example. Else you are not, you don't not have any permission. For example, you does not active. Okay, if the our conditions are true, we will show this structure. Let me correct this. I copy this, Control C, and here Control V, and give this Control V and add it here. Control V. Oh, okay, we need to refresh our project. For example, go back to the browser and refresh it. You are active because our condition is true, because our variables var equal active. So if I change these variables, for example, here, and say any name, false, for example, and go back to the refresh our project, you does not active. So you can see here by this episode we can we get information, some template and some popular template, and how to display information by using controller and view HTML template, and how we can use condition structure in the blade template. In the next episode, we talked about these three loops. I talk about these loops, 4 loops, and for example 4 and for each and for less. I talk about in the next episode about 3 loops. I think this enough for this episode. If this episode helpful to you, thank you if you support us by like or subscribe or share. I hope see you later in a new episode. Bye bye.